Have you ever met someone unexpectedly after many years? Sometimes life surprises us when we least expect it. Today's story is about a simple bus ride that turned into a surprising meeting. But something strange happened during that ride. Hello and welcome back. This is day 3 of our English listening story series. Let's start the story. After leaving the cafe, I decided to visit the city market. The sky was cloudy, but the rain had stopped. The air felt fresh and cool. I walked slowly toward the bus stop. The streets were still a little wet from yesterday's rain. When I reached the bus stop, only a few people were waiting. A man was reading the news on his phone. A woman was holding a small shopping bag. Everyone looked quiet and a little tired. After a few minutes, the bus arrived with a loud sound. The doors opened, and people started getting on the bus. I stepped inside and looked for a seat. Luckily, there was an empty seat near the window. I sat down and relaxed. The bus started moving slowly through the city. Outside the window, I could see shops, cars, and people walking on the street. Some people were carrying umbrellas. Others were enjoying the cool weather. The ride felt calm and peaceful. I was simply watching the city when someone sat down next to me. At first, I didn't pay much attention. I was still looking outside the window. But a few seconds later, I heard a voice. "Excuse me, is this seat free?" The voice sounded strangely familiar. I turned my head and looked at the person. For a moment, I felt confused. I knew that face, but I couldn't remember where. The person smiled and looked at me again. Then suddenly it became clear. It was someone I had not seen for a very long time. Someone from my past. My surprise must have been obvious. Because the person laughed and said, "Wow! I can't believe we met on this bus." I smiled too, but inside I was still shocked. Out of all the places in the city, we met on a random bus ride. Sometimes life really is unpredictable. And that bus ride was about to become much more interesting. Now let's learn 5 useful phrases from this story. These phrases are very common in everyday English. Look for a seat. Meaning, to search for a place to sit. Example, when I got on the bus, I looked for a seat near the window. Pay attention. Meaning, to notice something or focus on something. Example, at first, I didn't pay much attention to the person sitting next to me. 3. Sound familiar. Meaning, when something seems known or recognized. Example, the voice sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember who it was. 4. Turn my head. Meaning, to move your head to look at something. Example, I turned my head and saw the person sitting beside me. 5. Out of all the places. Meaning, used when something surprising happens in an unexpected place. Example, out of all the places, we met on a bus. Now it's time to practice speaking. Listen carefully and repeat after me. Look for a seat. Look for a seat. Pay attention. Pay attention. Sound familiar. Sound familiar. Turn my head. Turn my head. Out of all the places. Out of all the places. Great job! Repeating phrases like this helps your brain remember natural English. Now let's go back to our story for a moment. That bus ride turned into a very interesting conversation. We started talking about old memories and past experiences. But during that conversation, the person told me something I did not expect at all. And that moment led to an emotional reunion. I'll tell you that story in the next episode. Day 4.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.